It takes more than just an apple a day to keep the doctor away. Shape up with Body and Soul.
938 Live.
It's your daily health chat show, Body and Soul, right here on 938 Live. Hello, I'm Daniel Martin. Welcome once again into the Chlorella series, right here on your daily health check. It's our ongoing series where we're looking at all aspects of your health and how the naturally occurring superfood and one of nature's powerhouses, Chlorella, can have good benefits for you. It is, like I mentioned, a naturally occurring algae. It's a whole food. It occurs in nature. And we want to know what are the unique, powerful properties of Chlorella amongst the world of supplements, deficiencies, and what's been missing in your diet and healthy lifestyle. In the past few weeks, we've talked about hypertension, diabetes just last week. Today, we're going to be talking about another biggie in your health world. We're talking about cholesterol. Yes, we all know about, diet and counting your calories, but cholesterol has been shown to have huge impacts on your heart health in particular. We're going to find out more today with Associate Professor Haresh Kumar from the Faculty of Medicine at Masa University College in KL, Malaysia. And this edition of Body and Soul is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella. For more information, please call 6339 5045. 6339-5045. And once again, reminding you, if you have any questions at all, give us a ring right now, 669-11938. That is my studio hotline. Dr. Haresh, welcome back to the program.
Hi, hello Singapore.
Let's talk a little bit about cholesterol itself, first of all, Dr. Haresh. Please explain to my listeners what exactly is meant by the term cholesterol, because we've heard about good cholesterol, we've heard about bad cholesterol. Just as an overview, what is cholesterol first off?
Now, basically, cholesterol is one form of substance that comes under the category of fats, and triglycerides. Now, actually, cholesterol has got a bad reputation globally, because whenever people talk about cholesterol, they always have the negative connotation on cholesterol. Actually, it's not really, because our body needs cholesterol to do so many things. And one of the most important things that many of the listeners there wouldn't know is that our cell membrane, which lines all our cells in our body, 75% of our cell membrane is actually made out of fats, and cholesterol is also part of it.
Oh.
The sex hormones in males and females are also made of cholesterol. So we do need cholesterol for quite a number of functions in our body, in order for all the biochemical reactions in our body to run in a harmonious manner.
So what are the sources of cholesterol then?
Now, basically, the sources of cholesterol, can be most of the time, is always linked to animal origin, food of animal origin. So basically, the main thing, which is always attributed to cholesterol, high levels of cholesterol, is animal sources food. Red meat is one of the main one. And the second one, which is very silent, many people do not know, is also what we call as dairy products. Now, dairy products also very high in saturated fat, and they can also raise up one's cholesterol level.
I think you're right. Most of us probably wouldn't even realize it. We're talking about even things like milk and yogurt even?
Exactly, yes. Especially all the one with the full cream. The more cream there is, it becomes more tastier.
Oh dear.
But at the same time, there's high cholesterol. Now, another culprit they've realized for the past 25 years have actually caused the increase in the number of cardiovascular diseases is something known as trans fat. Now, trans fat is something which is really, really bad, because trans fat will increase your bad cholesterol and it will reduce your good cholesterol. So it's double damage together.
Which is exactly the opposite, what we do not want to happen.
Exactly.
Why is it such an issue to have high cholesterol levels? Has it been strongly correlated with certain health problems?
Exactly. Once your cholesterol level becomes high, especially when the bad cholesterol, now let's be a bit technical, now the bad cholesterol in the body is known as LDL, which is the abbreviation for low density lipoprotein. Now, this is a bad cholesterol. Once the level of LDL rises, what happens? At the same time the person practices unhealthy lifestyles, these LDL will get oxidized by free radicals. Once they get oxidized by free radicals, what happens? They become sticky, and what happens at the same time, they slowly start binding, They start binding and they start sticking on these walls of the cell walls of the arteries. From there, a lesion is produced. From there, from the lesion, we slowly get a plaque, and eventually, at the age of around 40 to 45 in a male, 50 to 55 in a female, that's where the manifestation of an arterial blockage will come in finally. So it all starts with the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol.
And it all starts with the, unfortunately, good food and good diet you might be enjoying that builds up if you've not done anything about it. We're going to find out more about the impact of cholesterol on your life and what role chlorella has in terms of fighting this situation. We'll stay with our guests and continue with your questions. 669-11938. Call in if you have any questions right now. Today we're talking about cholesterol, and I know that's been on the forefront of your minds. I'm sure you start thinking about it from a very young age, unfortunately, because we don't know enough about how to reduce the amount of bad cholesterol and increase the amount of good cholesterol in our diet and lifestyle. I'm going to the phones right now to take your questions at 669-11938 as you join us for the Chlorella series right here on Body and Soul. I've got Richard joining me on 669-11938. Hello, Richard.
Yes, hi. Good day to you.
Thanks for joining me. What's the question today, Richard?
Great. Okay, I'm actually a open heart surgery patient because I went through for my CABG in the age of my 40s.
Yes.
Okay, I got that without any sign, you see. So I went for that open heart surgery without any sign. I just went to the doctor, and doctor said that, hey, look, Richard, you're having a heart attack. So I was well as I am now. So
and you had no idea at all, did you, Richard, I bet, at that time?
Yeah, I did not know at all,
Wow.
that I had an heart attack, no. So it came as a tsunami effect to me, you
My
see.
goodness.
So so my question now is, okay, now that I'm well and fine, so I do my runs for 10 click and so on. Okay, my question is, okay, is there any way, I had 3 major artery block, okay? It's all about 95% and 99%. So my question is, now that the open heart surgery has been done, okay, CABG has been done, so is there any way, is there any chance of me getting a serious heart attack again?
Yep, that is definitely at the forefront of most patients who are recovering. It's good to know, Richard, that you are well now and you're keeping your runs and your fitness and your diet under control as well. Dr. Haresh, any advice in terms of the possible recurrence for someone in this situation?
Okay, thank you, Richard. Yes, basically what happens is once you go for a bypass surgery, okay, I'm not sure how long ago you went, but one bypass surgery, normally, the patient who undergoes a bypass surgery is normally lasts for about 12 to 15 years without any problem. Okay, for the next 12 to 15 years, normally there should not be any problem, provided that the person takes care of his diet and his lifestyle. But remember one thing: once there is a blockage, okay, once there's a blockage and they have done a bypass surgery, there is a tendency that a blockage can recur again. Okay, so there is a tendency that the blockage can recur again, probably at another part of the artery or probably a different artery. So my main advice here is you have to have a permanent change in your lifestyle and also in your diet, because blockages can recur. After about 10 to 12 years, they can spot another blockage. And just like you said just now, sometimes it may be silent and you would not know, and suddenly out of the blues, you go for a medical checkup and they say, hey, there's another blockage here again. It can happen again. It can recur.
Thank you for your advice.
Your lifestyle and diet. Very important.
Permanent changes. Coming up in the next part of our discussion, we're going to be finding out how, adding something like chlorella to your diet can be part of that permanent change as well. But just before we go off of our break, I've got Nathan joining me on the phone lines. Hi, Nathan.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your question?
Yeah, actually, my wife has a growth on the left eyes, above the left eyes. And then I went to skin center in Tan Tock Seng. According to the doctors there, this growth is due to cholesterol.
Oh.
A build-up by the cholesterol. But further checking with the blood test, my wife does not have any cholesterol in the, no high blood pressure. No cholesterol at all.
Right.
And after removing the growth, the doctor say this growth might come back again. So how is these things happening when all blood tests showing no cholesterol, but according to the doctor, the growth is through cholesterol?
Let's find out. Dr. Haresh, have you heard of anything like this, external growth related to cholesterol?
It may be due to cholesterol, but I suspect another thing, it may be due to also inflammation, because sometimes cholesterol, okay, another possibility that can happen, okay, is due to inflammation of that particular part of the body. Okay, so there can be a lot of free radical damage at that particular part of body, which is aggravated, and from the free radical damage, okay, there might be, okay, some lesions and eventually build up as a growth, and they found out there is cholesterol build up at that part of the body, because normally what happens is when there's a lesion at that particular part of the body, okay, it attracts, okay, the damage due to free radical attracts substances to come and bind, and one of the substances to come and bind, okay, form foam cells and eventually forms a clot, is cholesterol.
My goodness, I want to find out more about that when we continue just ahead on Body and Soul.
Body and Soul with Daniel Martin.
Chlorella has been described as a superfood, but what is a superfood? Simply put, you get a high level of nutrients from a superfood. The Mayo Clinic defines this as solid sources of dietary fiber and various other vitamins and minerals. Superfoods are generally whole natural foods that contain various vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants and are easy to include in everyday meals. And that's exactly why Chlorella is a superfood. It's got more than 90 vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, in addition to the highest levels of chlorophyll in any known plant, which is ideal for its detoxifying and purifying effects. Not to mention some of the highest level of protein, vegetable protein that is, 18 vital amino acids, beta-carotene, and a good source of dietary fiber. All this in an easy-to-consume bioavailable form. Truly super. Find out how you can benefit from Chlorella. Call 6339-5045 for more information. That's 6339-5045. This message brought to you by Abeilledor Chlorella.